Welcome back to the channel. This is Gillis TV here on Clemhawks Day, folks. And we had a trade late last night between the Detroit Tigers and the Braves. But before we get started, if you're into the whole MLB aspect of things, hit that subscribe button as Clemhawks, Yak, and myself cover anything MLB, anything to do with the MLB on here on Clemhawks. And if you're in the NHL stuff, head over to Gillis TV. We will be doing all NHL stuff on there as well. Now, like I said, there was a trade between the Tigers and the Braves last night, as the Tigers have announced they have traded reliever Joe Jimenez to the Braves for prospects Justin Henry Malloy and Jake Higginbotham. The Tigers will also send cash to the Braves. Jimenez, who is 27 years old, was a highly effective member of the Detroit's bullpen last season. He tossed 56 and two-thirds innings of 3.49 ERA ball. Advanced metrics looked particularly favorable on Jimenez's work as his FIP sat at an even 2. The right-hander struck out batters as well above average at a 33.3% clip, while walking them just 5.6% of the time. Originally signed out of Puerto Rico in 2013, Jimenez dominated the minor leagues on his way up through the Tigers system and was called up to the big leagues debut in 2017. That year was a struggle for him as he pitched a 12.32 ERA in 19 innings, a 4.03 opponent batting average certainly didn't help there, and Jimenez would turn things around pretty quickly after that. His strikeouts increased to 29.2 the following year, and Jimenez posted a 4.31 ERA over 62 and two-thirds innings pitched with a 2.90 FIP, earning a first trip to the All-Star game that summer. Like almost any reliever, Jimenez has had his ups and downs, and while 2018-19 saw him provide steady relief as a young arm in the Tigers' pen, he had a rough couple years thereafter. The shortened 2020 season saw Jimenez shell for 2.8 home runs per 9 innings, winding up with a ERA of 7.15. After experiencing a dip in strikeouts that year, he rebounded in the aspect a year later, but saw his walk rate shoot up to 16.7% as he wound up with a 5.96 ERA. He looked dominant this year, though, in that what was easily his best year in the big leagues. Jimenez will presumably slot into the back of the Braves' rotation as they already got Iglesias, Minter, McHugh, and Lee as highly effective relief options. So Jimenez's arms then with another weapon to use to close out games. Jimenez is arbitration eligible for the final time this winter and projected to take home a salary of $2.6 million before hitting free agency next winter. Turning over to the prospects Tigers will receive, Malloy is the headline piece. He was the Braves' sixth-round pick in 2021 draft and made it as high as AAA in 2022, but spent most of the year below that at AA. He hit .268 with 6 home runs in 238 plate appearances. Defensively, Malloy split times between third base and left field. He shot up the Braves' prospect ranking since being drafted and was their sixth prospect on Baseball's American released 2023 list. While their scouting report raises concerns over his defensive ability, the bat has plenty of promise, and he's certainly hitting enough so far that he could be knocking on the door to the big leagues before any time long. Higginbotham, 26, pitched 51 and one-thirds innings out of the bullpen at AA in 2022, posting a 4.73 ERA. Originally drafted in the 11th round back in 2018, Higginbotham's posted a 3.30 ERA across 4 professional seasons in the Braves organization. He throws a mid-90s fastball and mixes that up with a sinker and a curveball. So the Tigers get actually a couple prospects, one that could be in the big leagues by next season in Malloy. Higginbotham could be that one guy that sneaks up into the road or into the bullpen rotation here or there, possibly. It's a gamble on him. But then on the Brave side, they get to add to the bullpen. They've already created another arm that can, go into those games if they're up by a lot, down by a lot, can just give them solid innings to keep that game going, and so on and so forth. So for both teams, this is a pretty good trade, and it kind of helps the Braves in a sense because you're not waiting for a free agent to say, "Hey, yeah, I'll sign with you guys." Hey, no, sorry, I'm going other places, and then you lose out on the other pitching or relievers in free agency. So this is a pretty good sign or trade, sorry, by the Braves as well. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. As like I said, this is Gillis TV here on the channel, and if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We are going for 50 or 5,000 subscribers. I cannot talk to you. That's what happens when you take a day off after being sick. But 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll catch you on the next one.